Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is CeeChronicles. If you're new, please consider subscribing and joining the family. If you're returning, thank you so much guys for coming back. Today we have a continuation of our Afnan fragrances, and the one that made me run to make this video is this one. This is a tester purchased off Joma shop, and this is 9PM, okay? And let me show you the bottle. Afnan, that box is not going to be the box that you get if you don't get a tester. Mine was a tester, okay? So you're gonna get the box looking different from that. But look at the bottle, guys. It's roughed up. It's sort of like unfinished, but it's nice. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna waste a couple of sprays, and if you didn't watch my other Afnan fragrance videos, I'm gonna put the link in the description and you can check it out. The only Afnan that I don't have in a group Afnan video that I did is the Elixir 9PM Elixir for men. I featured that one, guys. That's in sort of like the same vibe as Lamel, if I'm not mistaken. So that's that. Now we're here to talk about Night Out. This, I like that they put dragon fruit right there at the top of the pyramid. But there's a lot happening in this fragrance. You're going to transition from that fruitiness, then you're going to get into a sweetness, then it's going to be green. You're going to smell some cardamom. It's going to have tonka. It's also going to have the apple and the citruses, but those do not really get too much of a chance. It opens up with a dragon fruit, fruity rind of the dragon fruit feel, and then it gets into heavyweights like the lavender that adds an aromaticness, and then it gets into the woods, the cedarwood, the tonka, etc., making it such that that apple that they have put there at the top is sort of like bypassed, okay? The apple and the citruses or the lemon, kind of like shoved to the side, maybe just put there at the top to give it a push and a sparkle as a hook line, but it then does a lot of things. There's a booziness to this fragrance, guys. A lot is going on. This is one fragrance that I think Afnan was trying so hard to make sure that it does not outright remind anyone of anything. I think this could very well be a standalone, although I've seen some comparisons of this to I think it's a Zara or something, the gold one for men. Some have likened this to La Bomba. I think La Bomba maybe because of that dragon fruit, and perhaps because of the patchouli, because this is also a little bit patchouli happy, right? But it ends up being a mix of a lot of things. This is certainly intense. This is a dark fragrance. I would say this is great for the cold and cooler seasons. At some point, it feels creamy. Then it gets into a stickiness of a toffee. So this is a lot of things happening at the same time, but I am going to say hats off to Afnan for giving us something like this. I think this is an effort from the house to try and give us something that's not going to just be immediately detected there as a clone to something. Sometimes when we come here and liken certain fragrances to certain fragrances is because when it comes to scent experience, we have a certain number of fragrances, loads of them actually. So some end up being passed off as clones or smelling very similar to, because that's the only way we can describe it visually to you. That's a smell-o-vision we use to describe. So when I come here and say, oh, this fragrance reminds me of this, sometimes it's not to say it's outright that, but it's just to help you and guide you, because we have so many different fragrances, and even the greatest creators will come up with something that smells like something. So what I'm just saying in conclusion is this is a good scent. It feels like a standalone to me. It's giving a lot at the same time. It is also giving me unisex, but it's quite thick. It's also giving me a level of maturity about it. It's kind of like a serious fragrance. Now it's getting a little bit leathery, suede, that sort of thing, you know, and that boozy accord is getting even more more highlighted. So Afnan, okay, 9 p.m. night out. And then next up, guys, again in the Afnan 9 p.m. line, we have Rebel. Okay, this is Rebel. Colorful backdrop in the box, and the bottle is red. Let me spray Rebel for you and tell you my thoughts. But I have played around with this fragrance, and I can tell you it is pineapple heavy. The first fragrance that this reminded me of is that Latafa Qaida of the Sun, or Rave Now Black by the same house, Latafa, or that Dolce & Gabbana's pineapple something. And that's what you get, guys, from this fragrance. A lot of pineapple. Well, this is one I can certainly say buy if you like pineapple scents. This is one that I can almost certainly say I would put in the top 10 pineapple scents, because that is what you're going to get. Yes, it does have apple. It also lists orange, if I'm not mistaken, which is a mandarin. But those just work to build into that pineapple note, which is forward. The mid of this fragrance does list oak, moss, and woods. And yes, you're going to get wafts off. It's not that this becomes a plain pineapple and then we go home. No, there is some depth to this, and there is an evident sweetness that you're going to carry all through. I wasn't expecting that Afnan would put a pineapple scented fragrance in this kind of fashion in these bottles, because this bottle, if you just look at it, will leave some people thinking, oh, this could be a masculine fragrance, just by the looks of it, the gray, the red there. But it is a very pineapple heavy. And need I say more, guys? Qaida Al Fasan, Rave Now, the black one by Latafa, and then that D&G pineapple. And some people say they detect a twist of Creed Aventus in Qaida Al Fasan, the black one. This one does not take that direction. This pushes to the surface. The pineapple stays like that, but then gets denser because of the woods, the spices, the ambergris, the oak moss. Oak moss not really doing much, but just perhaps adding longevity to this fragrance, drying down to a sugary caramel pineapple scent. So this is 9 p.m. Rebel. Last on the lineup, guys, 9 a.m. that's been on the market for a while. The first time I saw was in Dubai. This is the box, and I remember smelling it, but they did not have it. They had actually forgotten to take it off the counter, and I was so bummed, when I couldn't purchase it then, because I really did like what I was smelling. I already have it on the blotter, but I'm going to respray just to remind myself. However, this, guys, is unisex, right? But I can see ladies claiming this because of the softness in it. It does open up with those citruses. Citruses are the hook line. They're the ones that draw you in. They're the ones that give you that, how fizzy they are, and they kind of draw your attention. So a lot of fragrances are going to open with the citruses. Not all, but most will open with the citruses. So the citruses have been used as the usual culprits in the opening of this fragrance. And in this case, fortunately or unfortunately for some, the citruses are going to hold up all through to the end, right? But as you open with those citruses, there's going to be a spiciness there of the pink pepper, and then you're going to get a lavender, adding a spicy tone, a little bit of some even greenness to this. Now, to keep the citruses alive, the mid of this fragrance goes on to use apple. Apples also have that come to me moment where they put a sparkle in the fragrance. So I think you see the pattern in this. This becomes then an airy, fresh, clean, aromatic, summery to some extent. I'm surprised that there are no aldehydes mentioned in this. I do get like an aldehydic thing about this fragrance, so it could be that they used aldehydes but decided not to add that as something that they have used, to just marry things together. The base of this fragrance introduces the words, the oak moss and the patchouli, but all done safely and in moderation, enough not to disturb that summery, clean, citrusy, fresh, aromatic overall feel of this fragrance. This has been likened to aqua Vitae. So if that helps, it helps. But I have been talking about this in its own capacity. It's now giving, or it's also starts to give a soapy thing, but I think it's coming off not jasmine in this case, sort of like orange blossomy, something like that. So anyway, enough said. This is 9am, okay, a unisex fragrance, but I think a lot of people have classed this one as feminine, but to me it's unisex, it's summery, it's going to just take you, on a fresh drive. For some, it's going to remind them of a body of water, and it's the last one on the lineup. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's what I had for you. Remember, we still have Proud Mary for sale on www.macedoneperfumes.com, or you can purchase it right here on YouTube. This is our flagship fragrance, the fruity floral. It's a great all-rounder scent, and it is perfect for spring and summer, in as much as it can do all seasons. I'm going to be highlighting this around this time because it's perfect for spring and summer as well. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we discuss more about fragrances. Let me know which Afnans you like, okay, and then we can discuss further. Remember to turn on post notifications. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this one, guys, and remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.